Well, at one point, all the times that you guys were meeting were in hotel rooms, but then you guys had a freak off in Cassie's apartment.
Yes, we had. Uh, I've been to Diddy's house. I've been to Cassie's house. I got a crazy story about Diddy's apartment, like across from Bad Boy. But yes, we did have these sessions in their apartments as well.
Right, but this one time in Cassie's apartment, things went really badly.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, explain what happened.
This was the first time that I saw him put hands on her. We were, when I say in the middle, taking a break, expected to come back and continue, having our encounter or whatever. And Cassie was she was actually on a computer. Her back is to me, so I'm facing her. Her back is to me. I'm on her couch. Her computer is up against a wall, and then there's a wall to the left of her. And to the right of her is a hallway, and her bedroom is down that way. And Diddy's in her bedroom. And so all of a sudden I hear, "Yo, babe, come here." Diddy's calling Cassie. And she's like, "Okay, hold on for a minute because I'm on the computer and I have my personal information out right now." And so all of a sudden, I just see a bottle of liquor fly past her face and hit the wall right next to her. And she gets freaked out. And all of a sudden, he comes running, grabs her by her hair, literally by her hair, and drags her off the chair into the bedroom and starts beating the crap out of her. All I hear is smacks and her screaming, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry." And, when I was younger, like a little kid, I used to see sometimes my mother, I've seen it several times on a multitude of occasions. My mother used to fight sometimes physically with my little brother and sister's father. It would generally be her hitting him and him like trying to hold her and push her. As a little kid, you know that feeling where you're ready to just pee on yourself. You're so scared. It's the most traumatic thing that you can experience. It was in that moment that I realized when you go through something like that as a kid, it doesn't leave you unless you actually address it. I never addressed it. In this moment, that little boy came racing up inside of me. I was terrified. I had that feeling in my stomach like, oh my gosh. And then on top of that, I'm a fairly big guy now, but I looked like I ate me back then, man. I was huge. I knew if I attacked this guy, there was nothing he could do about it. But I also understood already who this man was. And I also understood what it most likely is going to mean for me. I'm most likely going to probably end up losing my life, end up a paraplegic or something, because there's guaranteed 6 or 7 big ass dudes with weapons, all this shit. And then 9 times out of 10, Diddy most likely has a gun somewhere in here. So, where's this going to go? And, the other thought that goes through your head is, if this gets bad and you end up in this situation where you're fighting this man and the cops are called and no one dies, nothing, there's bloody, who in the world do you think this woman's going to side with? Mm. All of these things are racing through your mind. And so I'm standing up and I'm sitting down and I'm like a spinning top, bro. I don't know what to do. And then I sit down for a while. I'm just thinking, I'm thinking, I got to do something. And, they come walking out the room like nothing happened. I could see she was visually upset. But your man, he comes out and he's like, "Yo, y'all ready to continue?" And I'm like, "What?" I'm 100% expecting him to be like, "Yo, bro, you got to go now. It's time for you to go. Like, we done, like, whatever." But that's when I realized, oh, this happens all the time. This is a normal part of their relationship. I couldn't do anything. I mean, she came over to me. She was visually upset. It looked like she definitely didn't want to do anything then, but she started rubbing on my chest and stuff like that. And I couldn't get into it. I was like, couldn't put hands on her, nothing. And they just saw that I was so upset. They ended the session. He was like, "Yo, bro, I think it's time for you to go." And so they let me go.
Okay, you said there was a crazy story in Diddy's apartment. What happened there?
Yeah, man. It's crazy, bro. He lived in I think it's 210 West 56th Street. It's like a crazy tall high-rise building, maybe 70, 80 floors in this building, right? And I think he lived on the 66th floor. I recall, like, yo, is this dude seriously the devil? Like everybody keeps on saying. Like, I'm serious. Like, so he lives on the 66th floor, bro. All the way at the end, it's like a you know how you walk out of an elevator and you turn to the right and straight ahead at the end of the hallway is that apartment. Yeah, same exact thing. So I was feeling like I was kind of like in one of those scenes, The Devil's Advocate or something like that. Long little hallway, you walking down, door right at the end of the hallway, you enter, and it's like, whatever. Anyway, in this apartment, bro, he has like a double living room, or had like a double living room. And in that secondary living room, it's like a smaller living room, kind of separated by some sliding doors or whatever from the main area. This dude had a couch made entirely of mink. A black mink couch.
Okay.
I'm telling you, this couch had to be $1 million. It was massive. Beautiful couch. And bro, we did a freak off on that couch. Ugh. I'm talking baby oil all over it, bodily fluids all over it. And I just the whole time was thinking that I want to cry. The whole time, bro. I was like, because listen, a lot of the times that they would call me, I was broke as hell, man. Like I was living way above my means back then, not good at budgeting at all, definitely broke a lot. And so when they called me a lot of the times, even though I never asked them for money ever once, I expected that they're gonna probably bless me at the end of it. And there have been times that they didn't, and I was fine with that. Like, that was never a part of the engagement, like with me, the agreement, right? But either way, that was when I really felt like a loser, bro. I was like, damn, bro, like I'm sitting here, sometimes with like $30 when they call me to my name and they calling me up and I'm like, going down to these sessions or whatever. And here this man is absolutely wasting $1 million couch, bro. Like it's nothing. And I was like, damn. That was the moment that I was like, yo, I gotta make some changes in my life, man.